He's a pest. That's kind of a classless move. If you're going to talk to my face.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to iHeart Sports. I just wanted to pretty much run over the past couple of days with all the drama going on with Josh Donaldson, Giolito, the White Sox, the Minnesota Twins, all that fun stuff. Because really, it's something that's escalated over more than just the past couple of days. It started with Josh Donaldson coming out against Spider Tack, the sticky substances, saying people are cheating, Gerrit Cole, all that fun stuff dating back a couple of weeks ago. So let's take a look at that quickly, and I'm going to add some commentary along the way as we piece together this story. Before we do, go down there, like, subscribe, join the community. We do these kind of videos, daily videos, and weekly power ranking videos. So join us for that. So the first highlight here we have was from early June, where Josh Donaldson asked a question about the sticky stuff, what's going on with that. He kind of comes out with a couple of key points that I've clipped out from that, what was about 10-minute interview with the media. But yeah, let's jump into that and check that out.
Dialogue between the owners and the league about pitchers' substance usage on the mound. And I know that's something you've expressed public opinions about recently. How long has that been on your mind? And do you have ideas as to enforcement or changes you would like to see done?
Yeah, definitely. I've been in touch with Major League Baseball. I've been in touch with, giving them my insight. What these guys are doing now are performance enhancing, to where it is actual like super glue type of ordeal, to where it's not about command anymore. Now it's about who's throwing the nastiest pitches, right? And the more unhittable pitches. Proven, because I have data of all of these guys, that you can create more RPM, which is spin rate, through this. And my biggest suggestion right now, if you want to clean the game up, because this is, to me, this is going to be the next steroids of baseball ordeal, because it is cheating and it is performance enhancing. The only way to get it through and to get it out of the game is if they get checked every half inning. And once they start doing that, it'll be gone. And you're going to start seeing offense come back into the game. You're going to see contact come back into the game. And a lot of these guys that are not as good as their numbers are saying will be out of the game. They'll be done. And that's where it should be, because guys are blatantly cheating, and it's really not even funny.
So Donaldson got the ball rolling with those comments there, pretty much calling out what we've already come to see as being true with checking the pitchers every half inning, every time a pitcher gets changed, etc. But from this point in time, a couple days later even, Gerrit Cole gets asked point blank if he's using the stuff. And then if you haven't seen it, it's quite an interesting ordeal. So let's check that out.
Of it this week, obviously, it's undesirable, but I understand this topic is important, to everybody that cares about the game. And in regards to Josh specifically, I kind of felt it was a bit of low-hanging fruit, but he's entitled to his opinion and, to voice his opinion. So I have issues, not issues. I just have other things that I need to, keep my focus on. So respectfully, I can't worry about that type of stuff, but I would say that, as a member of the executive council, in the union, and part of my job, part of my role there is to facilitate communication about really all things involving the game. And, I'm open to doing that. That's part of my role. So if anyone has a concern regarding anything, we're always available to reach out and talk to if there needs to be some clarification and whatnot.
And have you ever used spider tack while pitching?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
When you see that, I think it speaks for itself, the way he stuttered, all that stuff. I had a reaction when that first happened and here on the channel. But it did not end here. This is just the beginning of what we're getting to with this Josh Donaldson saga. These two ended up meeting each other on the field a couple days later. And honestly, Gerrit Cole handled him, striking him out twice and then getting him to pop out in 3 times. You see a little tip of the cap in there. So Gerrit Cole kind of showing him up in that situation. So you can only imagine what it's like when Josh Donaldson faced off the Chicago White Sox this past week.
Ripped to left field, hit well, and back and gone.
They had a couple of days ago, and he hit a home run after that. And here, once again,
clearly Donaldson's calling a little bit of shade here.
After that, and here, once again,
putting his hands together saying, hey, it's not sticky anymore. Speaking directly at his dugout. But as I showed at the top of this video, Giolito was not very happy with how that went on. So I'm going to re-show that, how he reacted, and then we're going to go in there and show how Donaldson reacted to Giolito reacting, and now it's me reacting. So all that fun stuff. Let's check.
He's a pest. You know, that's kind of a classless move. If you're going to talk to my face.
I think we all know at this point that Donaldson doesn't really back down from a challenge like this. So of course, Donaldson, being Donaldson, tracks down Giolito in the parking lot to ensure that he says it to his face. He talks about that in the post-game interview as well. So might as well talk about and jump into that.
He calls me classless. To where I didn't think that I was showing him up during the game. I was talking to my bench. I didn't pimp a home run. I wasn't talking to him, saying anything. I mean, obviously, he showed offense to what I said, which I think kind of speaks more about the looming question that's going on anyhow, which is more about, was he using sticky stuff before this all happened in the first place? If he wasn't, then he probably wouldn't have cared about that comment, right? And so when you look at it, you say, all right, let's go look at his numbers. What do the numbers say, right? And what do we know about the sticky substance? What does it do? What does it help with? It helps with RPMs. It helps with spin rate. Well, guess what? Mr. Giolito, your fastball spin rate's down 200. Your curveball spin rate's down 500. Your slider's down 200. So, look, if we're going to talk about class, what side are you going to choose? Are you going to take the side of someone who's playing the game fair? Or are you going to take the side of somebody that was probably cheating before this happened? And I wasn't going to go on air. I already knew all those numbers before all this. I could have came out to the media and said this and spoke on it before. I chose not to. Right? I say that to my dugout because we all talk about it before the game. Trust me, it's a hot topic among all of baseball. And the last thing that I had he said, I wish he'd say it to my face, right? Well, I did say it to his face. We had a talk last night. And let's just be quite frank with this. He didn't have much to say. I didn't think it was that big of an issue. Obviously he did. He was walking to the parking lot and I saw him, and I went and made sure he heard what I had to say to his face.
I have to admit, after listening to that interview, like, how can you really disagree with what Donaldson's saying? Sure, he may have been antagonizing some sort of reaction from Giolito. At the end of the day, he confronted him himself in the parking lot. Again, another questionable behavior, but Donaldson tends to be a little feisty that way. But he's right. What side do you want to be on? Do you want to be caught on the side that was using these substances and is cheating? Or do you want to be on the side of this that is playing the game straight up? And Donaldson being quite the competitor, I know from his history and time with the Blue Jays that this guy is passionate about the sport. So it's hard not to root for him in this kind of situation, at least for me. 100% agree with him. And I was very happy to see him the very next day walk up there against Dylan Cease, another Chicago White Sox pitcher who's having an amazing year. Again, no speculation here on what's going on with those pitchers and that, but he gawks up there, crushes a home run, and I think Josh Donaldson's really putting a statement on the Chicago White Sox. And these two teams, they're going to be facing each other, I think, at least 12 more times this season. So expect this saga to not be put to rest just yet. Thanks for watching, everyone. We will see you guys for the next video. Make sure you go down there, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Peace.